All right, man, in the smart car, dude, after getting my push session for the day done, and man, dude, I feel sick, dude, kind of. I don't know, man. I felt super bloated. Maybe I had a huge meal today in the morning. I ate too much, man. Honestly, I ate too much, and, I think I kind of paid the price today in my lift, dude. I was like, I felt super bloated, and I felt like I was gonna throw up, but, I got my sets done. I turned some fucking hardcore music up, and I fucking blasted through it, man, so that's good. But yeah, the topic of today's video is propaganda that you commonly see, being spread on the internet, whether that be Reels or fucking YouTube or fucking TikTok and shit. It's propaganda that keeps you small, dude. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, some of these guys, they don't want you to have a good physique, dude. They don't want you to get jacked. They don't want you to look cool as fuck. So, and I'm here to fucking solve that problem, man. I'm gonna expose this shit. And we're gonna start off with number one, dude. Number one being forearms, dude. How many times have I people seen say, dude, you don't need to train your forearms, man. Just your just your movements at the gym will build you big forearms and shit. And there's some truth to that. You obviously train your forearms. You have to fucking grip the dumbbells and shit, right? But to universally say that is wrong, in my opinion, because not everybody does the same exercise. Sure, if you do a whole lot of fucking free weights and shit, like, then you're gonna probably build your forearms to a high degree. Like, look at Dorian Yates. This motherfucker did like 4 plates on bent over rows. He never used straps. This motherfucker had huge forearms. But there's a lot of guys out here, especially today, they just use machines, and they use, oh my goodness, bro, they use fucking straps, dude. And that's not a problem, dude. Use straps. It's all good, man. It has their place. I don't use straps, but you can, for sure. The problem is, if you don't train forearms, then you're gonna look like an idiot. Because I'm sort of the guy, I don't have the greatest upper arms. Like, if you look at this, I don't know, there's just not a huge like peak and shit to my biceps and stuff, but I have pretty solid forearms, because I fucking train them. And it kind of, and especially in this pose right here, it kind of saves me from looking like an idiot. Imagine I had no forearms. Dude. It's like just a bunch of fucking bullshit. I'm not very lean right now, too, so that doesn't help my case. But, you get what I'm saying? Like, forearms, dude, is such an aesthetic muscle, dude. Like, you rarely ever see guys that have really good forearms. And I'm trying to get there, dude. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with my forearms. I train the fuck out of them. I train them every day. But if you look at a guy like Dorian Yates, I talked about this shit. I look at that guy like fucking Andrei Smaev, dude. Look at that fucking guy. He has huge forearms and it looks sick as fuck. I've never seen a guy, maybe these fucking mutant guys that have like the thick bone syndrome or some shit in their forearm, where they have like these huge disproportionate forearms, and it's like they make these memes out of, if you've been single for fucking 20 years. I've been single for fucking 23 years, bro, and my forearms don't look that. You know what I'm saying, man? It's the fucking truth. But, not to get off topic here, the fucking problem is, people say that shit online, and, obviously these guys are jacked and shit. They have tons of followers, and people think, yeah, man, totally right, dude. I'm not going to train forearms because, each exercise trains your forearms as well, and they end up looking like shit, dude. You're never going to look like your lift if you don't have good forearms. It's the most underrated muscle group, dude. Let me tell you. It absolutely is, dude. It's insane. Same with like hammer curls. People don't tell you do hammer curls. I do hammer curls every once in a while, because they say if you do rows and shit, no, dude. Brachialis, brachioradialis, bro. Overdevelop those muscles. Yeah, sure, to get them to all right degree, you can just rely on rows and shit, or bicep curls and whatever. But to really get them fleshed out, dude, I'm not there yet. But trust me, I think hammer curls have their place too. You call me a bro science guy, I don't care, man. It's just, this shit is evidence. This is evidence and experience that I've experienced over my 8 years of lifting and 4.5 years of helping people achieve their physique. But I digress. It's a huge, it's a huge problem, dude. It's same shit with abs, dude. Like, this is the number 2 point that I'm going to talk about. Abs, dude. Train your abs, man. Like, people say, yeah, man, abs are made in the kitchen and shit, Not true, dude. Like, to a degree, I guess, right? Because, if you train your abs, if you diet down real hard, you get lean, of course, you're going to have more definition in your abs. But what if there's no muscle there? Oh, yeah, you train abs when you brace doing fucking bench press and squats and shit. All right. But if you get done with a set of bench, dude, like, where does it burn, dude? Not in your fucking abs, right? I mean, unless you're doing it extremely wrong, dude. Like if your abs are fucking pumped up after a set of bench, you might want to send me a video of you doing bench, because I might need to help you the fuck out. All right, man. So fucking train abs, man. And each set, I didn't do it today. My stomach felt horrible today. I think if I would have done abs today, I would have actually thrown up, to be honest, dude. Like that's why I didn't do it. But usually I always do. Like I'm at a point in my mesocycle where I do like a good 3 sets of hard abs, dude, like every day, and it's good, man. Because you just have to look at it, dude. Like, have you ever seen Eddie Hall? I've never seen that motherfucker shredded, dude. But yeah, but he has abs, dude. This motherfucker weighs, I don't know, what does that guy even weigh, dude? He weighs like 340, 350 or some shit. And he has like bulging abs, dude. And I don't know, this guy trained abs. Anyways, he has, like, the matter of the fact is, this guy has very, very highly developed abs. And the thing is with that, if you have very highly developed abs, they're going to show at a higher body fat. And if you're leaner, obviously this, is determined by genetics too, right? But if you're leaner, you're going to see your abs even crazier, dude. Like, trust me, dude, like 90% of the guys that you see that have insane abs, they train abs, dude. Some rare cases have like just great genetics, but it comes down to training, of course. It's just a muscle like any other muscle, just as forms. Why wouldn't you train it if you want to develop it? Sure, you get some sort of stimulus. These people aren't wrong if they say, oh yeah, you get a stimulus from doing like all sorts of lifts. But if you actually want to grow that muscle intentionally, you have to train it, dude. Just like with any other. Did my camera just like drop down or some shit? Or yeah, this is better. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's it's just a thing, And I've started too late because I was fooled by that misconception as well, I was fooled by that too, and I didn't train abs for years, and I've just recently, like in the last 2 years, started doing it, so I'm kind of behind on it, but it is what it is. Number three, dude, is that you shouldn't train your traps, and overdeveloped traps look bad. Like, where does this stem from, motherfuckers just pull up some sort of guy that has an insane physique where everything else is literally perfect, yet he doesn't have traps, and they're like, see, this guy's got a good physique and he doesn't have any good traps. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You could do that with every muscle group. You can find a guy that has shitty triceps. You can find a guy that has shitty triceps, the rest of his physique's perfect, and he's gonna have an insane physique. I've never heard anybody say, yeah, dude, triceps are unesthetic, You can do it with biceps too. You can maybe not do it with shoulders, because shoulders are actually an exception here. You can do it with chest, in my opinion. It's a bit more drastic, but you can do it with everything, actually. It's just like traps, dude. Like, traps are only ever used in this example when they say, like, dude, look at this guy, he's got a fucking shit physique and he's got overdeveloped traps. It's like the guy with like no shoulders, only traps. Motherfucker's been doing his lateral raises like this, not feeling his shoulders, narrow clavicle, genetically not very blessed, and they'd be like, yeah, dude, see, this guy's got traps and he looks like shit, so never train traps. It's like, stupid, dude. Like, I train my traps every once in a while, and I don't know if you can see it that well, but I think it's very aesthetic. I think it's it gets to the point, where you have these open pro IFBB bodybuilders, dude, that look like another guy's coming out their fucking physique. That's where you get to the point where you're like, okay, man, this kind of looks ridiculous. But if you're natural, you're never, even if you're enhanced, dude, on fucking roids, 99% chance you're not gonna develop traps like that, dude. It's just genetic anomalies, bro, like these fucking guys, it's just not gonna happen. Like, that's the only point where it looks ridiculous. But just some good traps, it's gonna look good, dude. And when you train those traps, it just gives you that special look. I think it looks weird if you have wide shoulders, good chest and everything, but then you have no traps. Like, it just looks like your body's sort of kind of like sticking out of your body and shit. Like, it's weird. You need some traps, man. Like, what the fuck, dude? Why aren't you guys training traps? Don't fall for it. Like, prioritize shoulders, and you're gonna hit some side. Like, dude, if you're like me and you get into the groove, you do lateral raises and you can't do it no more, and you start to feel like, man, I got some left until you swing a bit, shit's gonna hit your traps. But who cares? I've done my fair share of fucking shrugs in my lifting career, of course. But anyways, it's it doesn't really matter. If you do these things, and there's another thing, like, this is number 4, and I'll probably end the video on this. Number 4, the propaganda that keeps you looking like shit is that you need to absolutely go ballistic on leg days. And not on leg days, but on leg training in general. Like, you should fucking go ballistic on leg days, bro. You should use that shit to let out some demons, man. Fuck. If you don't feel like shit after a leg day, you didn't do a leg day, man. You gotta fucking go through it on leg day. I think that's what leg days are for the mental fortitude, dude. Leg days are for fucking warriors and shit. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, man, yeah, dude. Like, leg days, you know. But you know, not to go off too off topic here. The thing is with leg days, like, people because people come from this bodybuilding standpoint, right? People come from this bodybuilding standpoint, and they copy their training splits off of pro bodybuilders. And, you know, if a pro bodybuilder comes up to me and says, dude, I gotta fucking work on my hamstrings, man, you know, and from the side and shit, it's not really popping up. And I'm like, dude, makes total sense, you know, that's the fucking criteria. Like, if you have a hanging hamstring and a side chest on a bodybuilding stage, like, dude, you're gonna be looking good. On the other hand, if you don't have that, it kind of disqualifies you to an extent, bro, depending on the rest of your physique. So, you know, in bodybuilding, symmetry plays a big role. Like, and not just symmetry, like your left bicep or your right bicep is the same size. Symmetry in terms of upper to lower body, you know? So when your lower body, you kind of have the greatest upper body ever. And if you have really shitty legs, it kind of diminishes the strength you have in your upper body. And the smaller upper body guy that's more balanced, that maybe has like just slightly bigger legs than you, will do better, because symmetry is important, right? In bodybuilding. But, you know, I think people miss the point here, because like, most of us guys that just lift, dude, to look good, we're not bodybuilders. And why the fuck do we care about our fucking hanging hamstring from the side? Like, when the fuck are you ever gonna squat down? You think you go out the beach and you fucking, some girls looking at you, you hit a fucking side chest with your leg pressed up against your thigh. I mean, all respects to you if you do that. It's kind of cool, but in all reality, you're probably gonna get the fucking police call on you if you do that, you know what I'm saying? So, like, why would you care about your hamstrings, dude? Like, why would you care about your quads being overrated? Like, if it's something that you really find well, like, dude, just follow your dreams, man. Like, shit. But if you really want to strive to have the most aesthetic physique ever, and you really think to yourself, like, if some fucking magician came up to you and went like, dude, I can give you a muscle group, dude, it's gonna fucking blow up, you're gonna have it best, and you're just gonna be like, dude, chest. And you're like, okay, you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger and shit, you'd be like, yeah, man, that's gonna look good. What's the other one? He's like, you know, he could be like full lower body, dude. And he's like, dude, Tom Platz lower body. Like, you think like, yeah, you know, that's with me at least, bro. Like, I'd love to have like a chest like Arnold. Imagine that, bro. Imagine that on your frame, dude. Whew. And you're like, Tom Platz legs, dude. I respect the fuck out of Tom Platz. I love Tom Platz. Great bodybuilder, dude. One of the greatest mindsets ever. But in terms of appeal to his physique, I think he's kind of lacking, you know. If I want to, you know, take my shirt off in the fucking locker room, you know, I'm not gonna take my pants off in the locker room to post, dude. Like, it's just not happening. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still train legs. I have pretty big legs, but I wouldn't want them to be my outstanding feature, you know? It's just, people put too much focus on it because they come from this bodybuilding standpoint, you know? Because bodybuilders have to train like that, but we're not bodybuilders. Like, do you ever want to step on a bodybuilding stage? Like, do you want to fucking ever, or these tiny posing trunks, dude, and fucking oil yourself up, dude? Fucking have some other dudes look at your ass. Like, I love bodybuilding, dude. I've been following the sport deeply, dude, for as long as I've been lifting, dude. The first Olympia I watched was 2018, dude. That's fucking 8 years ago, man. Time flies. But yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't ever want to do a bodybuilding contest, especially not natural, because you're just gonna screw yourself over, you know. Your hormones, dude, are gonna go in the fucking dumpster. Let me tell you that. Like, be prepared for that. Research that shit. Don't just take my word for it. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I've seen it too many times, dude. People do a bodybuilding competition, they lose all their muscle. They fucking get erectile dysfunction. They fucking get depression. They get a fucking eating disorder. They just screw themselves up, dude. For what? Dude, you've been on a bodybuilding stage. Dude, I respect the fuck out of it, dude. That shit is not easy at all. It's one of the hardest things you can do. Like, anybody that's been like a strength athlete or some shit went into bodybuilding, they said, this shit is fucking tough, dude. All respects to bodybuilders. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. Fuck. Especially not natural. So, but, you know, most of us guys, we don't even want to fucking be on a bodybuilding stage, you know? Like, I don't know, man. Like, people just put too much emphasis on legs, you know? It's just like, because it takes away from your upper body recovering capacity, right? Like, leg days just cook the fuck out of you. When you get done with a leg day, you're done. That's it for the day, man. Like, at least with me, I'm like, dude, I'm out of here. I'm not doing anything, especially nothing physical, you know? That's why it's, you know, and you just gotta remember, like, your body just has to put up with such a great amount of recovering capacity at that point, you know? Your body has to repair all of the damage that's been done, you know? Spinal fatigue, overall systemic fatigue, local fatigue, your joints, you know? It's all, you know, and you imagine you do upper lower split because it's hot shit, right? Everybody's doing upper lower or some shit. Hitting like 2 or 3 leg days a week. Dude. Imagine you substitute that with lesser demanding in terms of recovering capacity body parts such as delts, arms, which actually matter for looking fucking jacked and cool. You know, you're going to be able to progress that even further. You're going to go 1 or 2 weeks more in your mesocycle. You're going to be able to do a bit in more intensity. Maybe you're going to be stronger. Maybe your joints aren't going to, maybe you're going to not feel overall systemic fatigue. Maybe you're going to be able to do more volume, dude. Maybe you're going to do this and that. It's just, life is fucking all shits and giggles, dude, when you fucking stop worrying about leg days so much, dude, because you're still going to grow your legs off of 1 leg day a week. Dude, I've done 3 leg days a week. I've done 2 leg days a week. When I went down to 1 leg day a week, same growth, dude. Same growth. Same strength increase. Same growth. Didn't make a difference at all. So, why you can already doing this, man? Like, because fucking bodybuilder XYZ said it, dude? Because fucking Jay Cutler did? I don't even know if Jay Cutler did. I don't think Jay Cutler did more than 1 leg day per week. If I remember correctly, he completely stopped working out legs in the early parts of his career because this guy was so genetically blessed in his legs. It is what it is. You can get away with a lot of shit, dude, if you have great legs. Like, you see some of these bodybuilders that have like insane leg genetics. They don't even train the legs. They train like 2 sets every like 2 weeks or some shit. You know, it is what it is, man. So it just puts such a great demand on your body and stress on your body to train legs like in a very demanding capacity that you're just, I think honestly you're missing out. And I've done this too, right? And I felt change, dude. Like, it's just tough to get out of that mindset at some point, dude. If you're like used to this shit, if you're used to training the fuck out of your legs, if you're used to training your legs 2 to 3 times a week, you mentally are going to be like, dude, I'm going to lose out on a bunch of gains and my legs are going to get smaller. You're going to look in the mirror like, oh fuck, dude. It's hard to detach yourself from that. I'm in my head all day. Like, it's hard, dude, I know, but try to detach yourself from that and try to focus on the greater part. Try to have this mindset shift. Remember who you are, dude. Fucking remember why you started going to the gym, right? Remember what you wanted to achieve, man. Remember what the dream physique that you picture in your head looks like. And if it looks like fucking Tom Platz, dude, just why have you even watched this video? But I mean, 3 other points could possibly be playing into that. But anyways, if your goal is to be Quadzilla, dude, I mean, dude, all props to you, man. I'm not hating. But I think for the majority of guys, you know, it really holds truth that we actually only train legs this hard because it's just been indoctrinated into us, you know? It is what it is, man. I had a good time talking to you guys, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below, and we're going to see each other in the next one.